You're visiting Grandma in a nursing home and you notice that on her back she's got some bandages. So you ask a nurse to remove the bandages, and when she does, you see a gaping hole in Grandma's backside. My name's Justin Varughese. I'm one of the nursing home abuse attorneys here at Parker Waichman. I want to talk with you today about some things that you must know if you have a loved one at a nursing home who's suffering from bed sores. First of all, most people don't know this, but bed sores are typically categorized into 4 stages. It's stages 1 through 4. And it's important that if you have a loved one who's suffering from a bed sore at a nursing home, that the facility, the staff members, doctors, and nurses, they assess that bed sore and assign a stage to it. And the stages go 1 through 4, with 1 being the least severe and 4 being the most severe. 1 is typically just sort of a reddened area that comes from pressure from being left in one place for too long, and a stage 4 being the most severe bed sore is when there is just a hole that goes through the skin, it goes through the muscle, oftentimes down to the bone. Very painful, very gruesome to see, and obviously very uncomfortable for the nursing home resident. So if you see a bed sore on a loved one at a nursing home, go ahead and ask a nurse or a doctor or someone at the facility what stage that bed sore is. Second of all, the nursing home should be providing treatment for that bed sore, and there's many different things that they can do to help heal bed sores. Some of the most basic treatments involve creams or ointments that they apply to the bed sores that will help prevent infection, that will help reduce the size of the bed sore so that it'll get smaller and eventually close up and heal. For more severe bed sores where there's infection or the muscle has been deteriorated, sometimes they'll use what's called a wound vac, and it really is a type of vacuum that they use to just sort of remove all of the infected dead tissue and clean it up and give that wound a chance of healing. The other thing that most people don't realize is this: bed sores are far easier to prevent than they are to treat. Now, if you're in the unfortunate position where your loved one already has a bed sore, there's, like I said, a few things that you should be looking out for. Make sure it's staged, make sure they're getting treatment. If your loved one doesn't have a bed sore yet, it's incredibly important that you do what you can to make sure that the nursing home is taking the steps they need to prevent those bed sores. And there's many different things that these nursing homes should be doing to that end. One of the most basic preventative measures that should be in place for almost every nursing home resident is that they should be turning and repositioning the residents at a minimum every 2 hours. And that's to prevent your loved one from laying on her back or on one side or on the other side for too long, because that amount of pressure on one area of the body for a long period of time is the very thing that causes the bed sores. So they should be on a turning and positioning schedule that rearranges them from one position to another at most every 2 hours. There are creams, preventative creams and ointments that can be applied to what's called bony prominences, the areas where bed sores most often form. And that's something important that one of the many things that nursing homes can do to help prevent bed sores. If you're watching this video, the likelihood is that you have a loved one in a nursing home who might be suffering from a bed sore. What I want you to do is pick up the phone and give me a call. I'd like to answer your questions. I handle cases like this every single day, and I'm able to answer your questions, so I want you to pick up the phone and give me a call right away.